How you guys doing? I've been thinking. I made the bullet or the bullet catching video, and I've kind of realized like how fun and how much I really do enjoy actually catching bullets. So yesterday I started working on a box to better catch bullets. I'm not sure how well you'll be able to see. Let me go ahead and that's good. Very good. Enhanced mental focus. Your boy needs that. So, what I have got, I don't know how well you can see, so I brought a flashlight. Let me go ahead and cut it down. These are, I think, rough cut. They're like true 2x4s. They're not, like this is a true 2-inch by 4-inch, and this is the store bought. It's like 1 3/4 or something like that. But the way it's set up is this is like a stopper to keep the lid. Like whenever I slide it back, it just kind of stops the lid from wanting to go too far back. And whenever I shoot, and it's going to give a little bit of problems. I need to sand this down a little bit, just so that it's a little bit smoother and doesn't grip as much. But the nail heads just kind of hold it down a little bit. Nothing like super major, just whenever it's in place, it'll keep it from wanting to slide sideways. That's pretty much what I wanted to do, because it's not got a whole lot of grip on either side, so you can slide it forward and put your milk jugs in there, and then slide it back. And I by the looks of it, it can hold 1, 2, 3, at least 6 or 7 milk jugs. And my 6.5 stopped in 4. The 9mm hollow point stopped in 4. So I really don't have any issues thinking that I would not be able to stop pretty much any bullet that I own. But with this, now I don't have a limitation to only hollow points or like a jacketed soft tip or any kind of like ballistic-y tip. I can use full metal jacket, and more than likely stop a full metal jacket bullet in this box. It's got the backs plated off just in case the full metal jacket stays straight. They don't lose their shape, so they kind of keep that ballistic, very easily cut through wind and stuff capabilities. So if by some strange chance it doesn't tumble and goes all the way through this 7 or so milk jugs, hopefully it won't go through 2 inches of board. And these are only, there's one nail on the top of one side and on the bottom of the other, so it won't be impossible to knock these out and replace them. With this, I can catch more bullets. There's a lot more confidence in catching bullets, even ones that I would normally say I could catch in just having jugs sprawled out. This will contain those jugs, and I just feel a lot better having the bullet going into this box versus just going into open jugs. So now, if you guys are still, or if you guys decide that you want to PO box me some bullets, they don't have to be specifically a soft nose or a ballistic tip or whatever, a hollow point. They can actually be some full metal. Hopefully the next video will be using this, but I also have a few pieces of scrap stuff like this, and I would like to put some legs on this, make it about 3 feet tall or so. I've got some old boards right there, just enough to hold this thing up. It doesn't need to be a whole lot, so just like this thing. And I want to build one of the like the bench rest tables, like at the gun range. I was wanting to make the table, or maybe the chair, the table, bench rest table, out of this, but where it's so narrow, I'm not sure if it would be better to like add on to this, because like it's got these two little hollow chunks at the top and the bottom, to like chop this off right here and bring it out from that bottom and take a piece of something like this and add on to the, like take this piece like right here and fill this in but down there, and then bring it out that way and make this the part that you lean on, or vice versa. But either way, or I could, like I said earlier, put the legs on this with these boards here about 3 feet tall or so, and then set that on this. And I have some other pieces. Let me get this. There's all kinds of scrap pieces of wood over here from building this barn and the dog box and stuff. There's all kinds of little scrap pieces like that. And this is full of like really small chunks, but there's a few pieces that are pretty big. Maybe like a brace. And now it's raining. I've got this piece and another piece that doesn't have the little center. I'm not really sure. This might be a good platform to put some plywood on and stretch it out the side to get that corner bench rest spot. There's some plywood right there. and then just use some of these chunks. Ow, that got in my eyeball. How did a raindrop get in my eye with glasses on? Huh. Let me get back underneath here where it's dry. I could probably even use that piece plate it or cover it with like a tabletop. I've got more plywood over there, and make this, cut it off on both sides, and then just stag it on to the side for the shoulder rest part. I've got Zach's old enclosure on the porch there, and a bunch of the tables and stuff that I had made for him. I've got all kinds of stuff on the porch that I could build tables with, or the bench rest chair thing. Just trying to get everything lined up and ready for the garden area, because I do want that to be like a gun range situation, and so that'll be super fun to be able to have friends over and have our own gun range to play on, and get some gongs and some steel pistol targets. I'd like to build, and I've got some ideas, I just don't have the material right now, on making a dueling tree. I might try to do something like that. We've got material to do it. I've just got to find a few things, like some bolts, and I could probably get a dueling tree built. So I just, kind of all this. Once I acquired a rifle and pistol myself, I don't really have to ask anybody, hey, can I shoot the gun? I can pretty much be like, hey, I'm gonna go shoot my gun, and they're gonna be like, alright. But the ballistic jug test, whatever you want to call it, I have like a 150 grain, I believe, 30-06. It's a core locked, and I have a 140 grain core locked for the 6.5, and I kind of want to compare the two, same distance, and see. I would assume the 30-06 at 30-40 yards would mushroom a little bit better, but where the 6.5 beats the 30-06 and a whole lot of other rounds is out like 500 or 600 yards, where they're slowed down quite a bit. The 6.5 has a slower muzzle energy and velocity, but it carries that velocity past what 30-06s and even like 300 Win Mags can do. So you pretty much end up being better than the 30-06 and 300 Winchester Magnum, because of how well it holds on to its energy and its velocity. Yeah, this right here hopefully will be able to help me in this bullet catching. I love making videos of it. It's like super fun. Now, if you guys want to, you can send me more bullets now than just hollow points and hunting rounds and stuff, and I'll be able to at least have a lot better opportunity or a lot better chance of catching them than if I would just shoot into jugs laid out on the or set up on the ground. I could make a build video out of these, but honestly, I just work better just with headphones in at my own, like in my own little bubble, and not talking, just working. So that's probably what I'm gonna do. But if you want to know, I'll tell you how I did it in a later video. But that's going to be it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next video. Later.